The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Jess De Los Santos. The health department has logged more than 1,600 fresh COVID-19 infections today. The caseload stands at about 3,658,000, some 55,000 of which are still active. The virus killed at least 59 more patients, pushing the death toll to more than 56,000. Recoveries are now over 3,547,000, with more than 1,500 new survivors today. The positivity rate also continues to decline and is now closer to the 5% benchmark set by the World Health Organization. Non-COVID-related deaths, including heart and brain diseases, have increased during the pandemic. Mobile journalist Pamela Vasquez tells us why.
Doctors are sounding the alarm over an increase in non-COVID deaths in the country. They say that because of the lockdowns and fear of contracting COVID-19, many Filipinos delayed seeking medical help last year, and that cost them their lives.
In 2020, nakita ho natin marami din po ang namamatay. Hindi po dahil COVID, but dahil ho sa mga sakit nila na hindi ho nila masyadong tinatingnan.
Just released data from the Statistics Bureau show that COVID was only the third leading cause of death in the country, with heart and brain-related diseases topping the list last year. This was followed by cancer and diabetes. In fact, the number of those dying from heart disease jumped 32% in 2021. The health sector is now calling on those with non-COVID medical conditions to keep up with their consultations, online or even over the phone.
Gusto actually namin na magbalikan na yung mga non-COVID cases kasi medyo nakalimutan ho nilang alagaan ang kanilang sarili. So marami ho sa mga tao na hindi na ho nakainom ng kanilang mga maintenance medications. Ito po ay nagiging dahilan ng paglala minsan ng kanilang mga kondisyon.
Limpin added that many doctors are still conducting teleconsultations to allow more patients to access medical help, especially those in far-flung areas. Mobile journalist Pamela Vasquez, We Are One News.
As President Duterte's time in office winds down, key cabinet officials have started courting the U.S. again for investments. Pamela Vasquez returns with this report.
The Philippines is seeking to bring back free trade negotiations with the United States ahead of a key election.
We've been wanting really to start the discussion. It's the Philippines enjoying really a good GSP program with the United States. Of course, we're trying to have that renewed for this year. That's been a big help to many of the marginalized sectors in the country.
GSP stands for Generalized System of Preferences, which allow the Philippines to export products to the U.S. tariff-free. Top exports include fruit and vegetable products, electronics, tires, seaweed, and canned tuna. But GSP expired in December 2020 and was never renewed. So the country's economic managers have been courting American companies hard. In particular, it's wooing investors in industries like clean energy, supply chain, health, digital economy, climate change, and sustainable infrastructure.
Now is the best time to do business in the Philippines. Our economy is recovering rapidly. In the last quarter of 2021, our GDP grew by 7.7%, making the country's expansion the highest in the ASEAN region among our credit rating peers globally.
Meanwhile, Energy Secretary Alfonso Cusi invited U.S. firms to invest in renewables and nuclear power.
With the pandemic further revealing the vulnerability of our energy sources, it became more urgent for us to integrate nuclear into our energy mix as it would be highly beneficial for our country.
Cusi said anyone interested in helping build geothermal power in the country will be given special privileges.
We're inviting the American investors or the U.S. investors to come and invest in the geothermal, which we are offering 100% foreign participation in FTA.
Meanwhile, the Ayala Group is also looking to partner with American firms. AC Energy is aiming to become the biggest listed renewables platform in Southeast Asia, with a goal of reaching 5,000 megawatts capacity by 2025.
US, as we know, is very much advanced in terms of the technologies, and that's why we're big on partnering with firms from the US and try to bring in technologies here in the Philippines. So one such example would be green hydrogen is something that we should be starting to mine as early as now.
Despite being a key ally, the Philippines has never had a free trade agreement with the US. Mobile journalist Pamela Vasquez, We Are One News.
Collegiate sports is back. The UAAP has announced the opening of season 84 this March 26. That's after a 2-year break. UAAP President Emmanuel Calanog says the league will have men's basketball, women's volleyball, and cheer dance. Other sports with fewer players and shorter play dates have also been added. These include men's and women's 3x3 basketball, men's beach volleyball, Pumse, and chess. Here's a quick look at today's other top stories. The government is preparing to release 2.5 billion pesos for fuel subsidy of PUV drivers. This is to help cover their expenses amid the spike in petroleum prices. The Development Budget Coordination Committee says the assistance will be distributed as vouchers to some 377,000 beneficiaries. The Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines is urging Filipinos to be mindful of their right to vote as the country commemorates the 36th anniversary of the EDSA People Power Revolution. The CBCP also warned the public against historical revisionism and the presence of troll farms. President Duterte, for his part, encourages Filipinos to honor those who fought to uphold democracy during the People Power Revolution. He also urged Filipinos to honor those who continue to keep this legacy alive. For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World Online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News Live anytime, anywhere. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe. Philippines, I'm Jess De Los Santos. We are One News.